So as it's coming on. It's coming on to the silly season. This is when the political parties, they start their rallies, and they're trying to nominate person to represent their party who to go on to the presidential election to become the next president or re-elect the president. So in this case, the only viable candidate for the GOP, they call it the Grand Old Party, in which we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel see it as, you could say it's a party of, as, a little, I was at the, I was at the VA, and a little boy said to his grandpa, that why those people are such liars. I was watching it, and when I look up on the TV screen, it was Donald Trump, and I was like, wow. The little boy was white, and the grandfather is white. So, just that's one other thing. So I wanted to listen to, what we're saying. This is part 2 about, Chris Christie, because without Chris Christie, the GOP is dead. Ron DeSantis will never be president. Trust me. When they start ban book and going after black people, that's the no. So he's an idiot. So you watch, you listen, you decide. Chris Christie. This party used to be a party of conservative people. But they said the leopard never changed its spot, because on God's earth, one man can lie and get away with so many things. And first, he has ever been held to account. But I want to let you know this, that if Donald Trump was a black man, if Donald Trump was black, Donald Trump would be in one of those federal prisons, or maybe he'll be executed already for what he had done in January 6, 2021. But that's how it is, And if it was Eric Holder was the Attorney General, it would be total different outcome. But as they say, the Democrats, they are banking that because Donald Trump is so unpopular, that's why they did not step towards him to prosecute him for what he has done, because they wanted him in the next election to win. But you must remember, the reason why we get a Donald Trump is because the black people did not vote, and the reason why they did not vote is because of what Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton has done in Africa. They killed Muammar Gaddafi, and then Obama used economic terrorism against the people in Kenya and other parts of Africa to embrace this big lie about this LGBTQ plus thing. And black people are standing up, but they're not attacking the Arabs with it, they're just attacking black people. You understand? So we'll continue the journey. We want you to listen to Chris Christie, because as we have said, and we'll continue to say, if Christie get the nod, Joe Biden have no chance of the Democrats, because most black people do not embrace. When we say black people, we're not talking about the Bosse slaves, the one that they put in the HSBCU and all those places, and the ones like the Mark Lamont Hill and the Barack Obamas and all those people, all of the good people, the good black people. We're not talking about the Al Sharpton. We're talking about black people that have conscience, decency, honesty, ethics, morals, and black people who believe in God, like Dr. Umar Johnson. You won't see those people. You won't see men like him on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News. Because Fox is racist, but they're the promoter of the biggest lies in the world, and they're just all about the white race, and they keep lying to them. I don't know if the white people are still listening to them. So we at the Jamaica Young Police, and I want you to listen to Chris Christie, because we can tell you as a black person, because the same thing that we are saying now, we had said then when Hillary Clinton was running for election. And we told people that she's not going to win, and the reason was because of the Muammar Gaddafi thing and the LGBT thing in Africa. And whether or not the LGBTQ community want to believe it or not, it's not every black people. Majority of black people do not support these kind of people, especially when they try to align themselves as being oppressed, because you don't have a LGBTQ plus continent You have no LGBTQ plus set of people who are enslaved. So when you do all of those things to black people, it will enrage black people and make black people, look at you with disdain. You cannot compare yourself with black people because you are not black. Black is something that we are born with, and you born and you want to be what you want to be. So you can compare yourself, and don't compare any civil rights to you, because in the days of lynching, they weren't lynching LGBTQ plus people. It's black people in the United States of America. So that's why black people is upset. So that's a reason why Christie will win. If Donald Trump, that's the reason why America get a Donald Trump. It's because of the same madness. Black people, the reason why Donald Trump, whether or not we want to believe it, Donald Trump, apart from his faults, is because he was able to put some judges on the bench, and everyone is looking at these judges to save not only America but the world, because wherever America, the wind blows with America, that's where everyone goes with the wind. Some people will take shelter, but some people ride with the wind because they want to be a part of America, whether to be an American colony without American benefits. So I want you to watch Christie here again.
I'm running because he's let us down. He has let us down because he's unwilling. He's unwilling to take responsibility for any of the mistakes that were made, any of the faults that he has, and any of the things that he's done. And that is not leadership, everybody. That is a failure of leadership. And you can boo all you want. But here's the thing. Our faith teaches us that people have to take responsibility for what they do. People have to stand up and take accountability for what they do. And I cannot stand by, and as soon as I've started to be critical, after all of that, and after you offered me White House Chief of Staff, now what he does is call me names and belittle me. And I will tell you, if all you do is disagree with someone, and in return you get that kind of treatment, I've joined a great list of Americans like Rex Tillerson and Jim Mattis and Mark Esper and Mick Mulvaney and John Kelly and all the rest. And you can love him all you want, but I will tell you that doing those kind of things makes our country smaller.
Yes, criticism of Donald Trump at the Faith and Freedom Coalition Conference was undoubtedly a bold move. And how it will play out with the conservative audience remains to be seen. Some may appreciate his willingness to speak truth to power, while others may be more inclined to boo him for daring to criticize their former leader, who is a loser, a liar, and everything that you can think of that is wrong. And it's bad for America. The man is a traitor, whether or not you want to believe it, or you dare to call people who serve in the military losers. But that's how these people are. People who are unconscionable, typical Neanderthals. And these people who claim that they are Christian, they are not even Christ-like, because if they are Christ-like, they will know that Jesus don't look like anything like Donald Trump. Jesus was never a white man. You understand? Everything that is from Europe we know is wicked, but we know that they are good white people. And Christie is one of those good white person. Yes, and we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel we know that for a fact. So it is also worth noting that Christie is not only the Republican candidate who have been critical of Trump. Former Vice President Mike Pence has also been outspoken in his criticism of Trump, and he has even said that he would not vote for Trump if he were the Republican nominee in 2014. It is still early to say whether Christie's criticism of Trump will be a liability or an asset in 2024 Republican primary. However, it is clear that he is willing to take on Trump, and that could be a refreshing change for some voters. As for whether the other Republican candidates can win, that's also a difficult question to answer. Trump is very popular with the Republican base, which is mostly low IQ people. Most of them don't even have a high school diploma. Most of them don't even have any teeth. So that goes to show you that these people, not only that they're low IQ people, but these are people who are mad at America. But the people that they're supposed to be mad with is the same party that they're in, because these are the people that have been taking away everything from these people. But you have to understand that the age that they have for people who do not look like them, they rather to suffer than for everybody to live happily. So that's where the problem is, and that's why America is divided, and most of these people are from, their ancestors are from Eastern Europe. So that's why they're more inclined to support Vladimir Putin, the dictator from Russia, and the man, the little midget, where short people come from. Short people come from short dicks, and you know that Vladimir Putin came from a short dick. No, if not, that's why you have to be. That's how short people have to be for other people to see them, by creating problems. You understand? So, we continue the journey. So, however, if the Republican Party is looking for a candidate who can appeal to a broader range of voters, then Christie, not only maybe, is the only and best option. He is a moderate Republican with strong governing background, and he could be seen as a more palatable alternative to Trump for some voters. Ultimately, it remains to be seen whether Christie can win the Republican nomination in 2024. However, his willingness to criticize Trump and his moderate governing record could make him a viable candidate for some voters. So that's why we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel is telling the low IQ voters that, without Christie, the Republican Party don't have a chance. So we want you to listen to Christie again, because Christie is the man. Ron DeSantis will never be president of America. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel is telling you that for more reasons now, but we'll soon go into that. You watch, you listen, you decide.
Today, a loud example of just how difficult it is to try to take down Donald Trump. Christie closed out his speech by saying he's running because the former president failed Republicans. Listen to the reaction he got.
I'm running because he's let us down. He has let us down because he's unwilling. He's unwilling to take responsibility for any of the mistakes that were made, any of the faults that he has, and any of the things that he's done. And that is not leadership, everybody. That is a failure of leadership. And you can boo all you want.
Here with me now, Christie, who literally just came here from the Faith and Freedom Conference, where you made that speech. That must not have been easy to get booed, but you probably were not surprised.
Look, and half the room was clapping also. And so it was a real mixed bag. But look, I knew that's what was going to happen when I accepted the invitation. But I'm not changing my message and pandering to anybody. I'm going to tell the truth. The truth matters, Dana. And I'm telling the truth about Donald Trump. And I said outside afterwards that, either he's a liar or he's stupid, because he said in an interview yesterday that he never trusted me. Well, he offered me White House Chief of Staff. So either he's a liar that he never trusted me, or anybody who would offer White House Chief of Staff to somebody who they don't trust is stupid. But one or the other, these are issues of character. And in the end, my message today to the Faith and Freedom Coalition is, I love the people that are there. They care deeply about our country, and I wanted to tell them the truth. And the truth is, he's not a man of character, and they know it.
Do they know it?
Yeah, they do.
So then why would they boo you and talk over and over about how wonderful Donald Trump is?
Because he did some things while president they agreed with. He appointed conservative Supreme Court justices, and I agree with that. Reinstituted the Mexico City Accord, and I agree with that. So he did some things that they agree with, Dana. But what I'm trying to say to them is, leadership is more than just a litmus test of boxes that you check. And if you listen to most of those speeches today, it was people trying to check boxes. I'm pro-life. I have a great pro-life record in New Jersey that I'm very proud of. But there are going to be a lot of issues that come in front of a president of the United States that you can't anticipate. Character matters.
So I'm going to ask you about abortion in a second, but was going to that forum and sticking to your message, as you said, being very aggressive against Donald Trump. Is that why you did it? And is that basically why you're running, to have moments like that you wouldn't be able to have if you were not a candidate?
No, let's divide those two. The reason I did it was because I'm not going to change my message depending upon who I go in front of. That would be a lack of integrity, and I won't do that. I went to Faith and Freedom because Ralph Reed has been a supporter of mine since 2009. In 2009, when no one thought I could win the governorship, Ralph Reed came into New Jersey and supported us and helped us get elected in 2009. So whenever Ralph invites me to something, I'm going to go because he's been a very good friend to me, and as has many of those people in that group. But look, you got to tell the truth, Dana. And this is what I believe, and I believe it's what most of the country believes, and it needs to be said over and over again until it breaks through.
Okay, let's talk about abortion. Tomorrow is the one-year anniversary of the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe versus Wade. Just this afternoon, you referred to yourself, yesterday afternoon, as an unabashed pro-life Republican, also say that abortion should be up to the states. I'm sure you're very well aware that the anti-abortion Susan B. Anthony group says that leaving it to the states is not okay, that they believe in what Mike Pence talked about this morning, which is a national ban.
Look, for 50 years, we as conservatives said that this shouldn't be decided by the federal courts and the federal government. It should be decided by each individual state. And let me be clear about what I'm for. I'm for each state having the opportunity, and most importantly, down to the people of each state, to engage in this debate and discussion on a very difficult and emotional issue, and to have their say and have their state decide what the policies in their state is going to be. Then and only then, after all 50 states do it, should the federal government take a look and see, is there consensus that is developed among the 50 states? And if there is a consensus, then the federal government can take a look at doing something. But until you give the states their opportunity to do it, and the people in the states, we're not being true to what we said for 50 years post-Roe.
So you're not against a federal ban, you're just against doing it before each state looks at it.
I'm for giving the states the opportunity to reach consensus.
The audience and the American people that without Christie, the GOP, they have no chance of taking over the White House. This is the last chance you're going to get because of the racism and the blatant lies. It's not. We know that the people have been indoctrinated right now to ignore their conscience on both sides of the aisles. But Christie right now is the only person who is telling the truth. And, hopefully, but he hasn't shown his at as yet and shows that he's not supportive of the madness that's going on. The madness where they say, boy, you can't get up. You can't get up as a man today, and tomorrow you get up and say, boy, you're a tree, or you're a chuck, or a dog, or a puss. So we're down into that madness. So we're just waiting for Christie to see where is that, because these people think that is everybody's fool and stupid. But we know them with them economic terrorism and them lies. So we used, our ancestors have been through it, and we are a survivor of terrorism. We're not going to hide that and wear that with a badge of honor as being terrorist survivor. You understand? We're not talking about 9/11. We're talking about centuries and its genetics. So part 3 is coming up. Have yourself a beautiful day. And if it's not Christie, well, you don't know, It's gone. The world gone, Madness, All right.